Time to wrap up some high school football. This weekend, the Mid-South had 3 chances to bring home the gold ball as 3 Memphis area football teams competed in the high school state championships in Chattanooga. If you missed the action, here's how they fared.
In Class 1A, the MASE Phoenix and head coach Cedric Miller claimed their first state title, defeating defending state champs South Pittsburgh 36-14. After a 14-14 tie at the half, the Phoenix scored 22 unanswered points in the second half for the win.
These kids have fought through adversity on and off the field. Some of them got personal stories that are amazing. So to see these guys come together as one and get it done on this football field this year, I can't explain it.
This moment is special because we leaving all our baby brothers. Everybody that's young enough that look up to us in practice, we leaving them. So it was just emotional because we leaving.
MASE finishes the year with a record of 13-1 and will enter 2025 on a 13-game winning streak as the team moves up to Class 2A.
In Class 4A, the Melrose Golden Wildcats came up just short in their first title game in 19 years. Despite strong efforts from running back Ryan Brown, who rushed for 91 yards and had 2 touchdowns, Melrose couldn't overcome Macon County's dominance. Macon County led 17-0 at halftime and secured the win, 45-14.
Nothing to hold our head down about. We put this thing back on. We put Melrose back on the map again. We've been away from the scene for over 20 years, almost 20 years. And these guys, within 6 months, they brought us to a state championship. I'm so proud of these guys and myself.
Just give it to God. Without God, this wouldn't be possible. Got us for 6 months, turned the program around. Orange Mound, we'll be back.
It marked the end of a memorable season for the Orange Mound community. Melrose ends the year with an 11-4 mark.
And finally, Houston's bid to become Shelby County's first back-to-back state champions fell short as they lost 42-20 to Oakland in a rematch of last year's title game. The team struggled with 16 penalties and managed just 23 rushing yards on 19 attempts. DJ Miller scored 2 touchdowns, and Andre Allen added a score for Houston. Despite the loss, Coach James Thomas commended his team's effort and praised his seniors.
Can't say enough about them. So proud of them. Didn't come out the way we wanted to tonight, but they held their heads high.
Yeah, I think all teams from Shelby County who got to go represent Memphis there in the high school state championship football playoffs should hold their heads high. It was incredible to see 3 teams go out there. You got to witness it all. What was it like being out there and seeing all the emotions firsthand? Obviously, the good ones with MASE and then the sad ones with the other 2 teams.
Right. Well, Friday night when MASE won, that was incredible. Just watching those kids, how happy they were. Like Coach Miller said, you know, a lot of these kids dealing with stuff off the field as well, and they can come out there and experience one of the best days of their entire lives, and they deserve that game. They played so well against a really good South Pittsburgh team. And then we went into Saturday, you know, full of optimism, hoping that Memphis could come back with 3, and Melrose, I won't go through the whole game because we just did, but Melrose just fell short, but a huge accomplishment. First-year head coaches, of course, with the Morrow twins. That's a big deal for them to take that team all the way there. Mm-hmm. And so, no, they should not be disappointed at all. And then the only team that should feel disappointed is Houston, just for how much hype was going into this game. They beat this team last year. They felt very confident in this game. But, you know, sometimes that's not how football works. Sometimes you go out there and you get beat against the team that you probably shouldn't get beat by. But that team and what they did, winning Houston its first state championship last year with Coach James Thomas, who played at Houston, is from that area. It's a huge deal that they were able to do that last year and then go all the way back to the state championship. But, yeah, you were talking about emotions after the game. Tough to see it from those seniors from Melrose and Houston. Really tough to see that. Yeah, not something that I wanted to see at the end of that weekend, you know, and it's tough. And you still got to go out there and do your job and go talk to these crying 18-year-olds, and it's tough, you know, that they don't want to talk, but they all did a really good job of showing a lot of maturity and a lot of respect to both of those teams, and of course MASE too. It's
a good thing I wasn't out there, because if I was seeing the guys crying, I also would have been crying. If other people cry, I cry. It's but yeah, it really, I mean, obviously they're going to shed tears because it's the end of an era, and obviously they got the loss, but just an incredible achievement to see 3 Memphis area teams in the playoffs, and I think that's something that they should all be very proud of, and I'm sure everyone in Memphis will remember. It's been awesome to kind of follow this high school football season and see how it all ended.